Ramadan. Looking up at the sky.
It is the glorious month of Ramadan where 2 billion Muslims all over the world fast for a period of 1 month. Most of these Muslims work in critical working environment. They work in the construction environment. They work in the online gas environment. They work in the office sector, and they carry out various critical activities, various routine activities. And it's important that we discuss about health and safety of workers. In our previous podcast, we highlight the employee's responsibilities or what he needs to do as a worker to ensure that he stays safe and healthy while fasting in the month of Ramadan and also while going to work. On this part, we'll be talking about the management responsibility, that is the employee's responsibility. What are those things that the employer's responsibility, what are those things that the employer needs to put in place to ensure that the 2 billion Muslims fasting all over the world, they fast safely while they carry out their work activities in this glorious month. Join me as we have this discussion. Okay, I'm fasting now. Let's go. Number 1, issue of having break is very important. There has to be resting period and break time during this working activity. The reason why we carry out this frequent break is for critical activities, exhausting activity that takes out water from their body. All these activities require them to have a regular break and have regular resting period while carrying out their daily activities. In the United Arab Emirates, for example, in their labor law, during the fasting period, there's a reduction in 2 hours per day of every worker who is working. This is also very important because it shows that they really care about the lives of their workers. I don't know, we can also implement this in every part of the world. Also, we should understand that critical activities that requires attention should be done in the early hours of the day, while routine activities should be carried out later in the day. This will give the ability for the workers to focus more on those exhausting activities during the day, and when they are getting tired towards the evening period, because it's a graph that goes down, that is, the energy goes down, their strength goes down. They do the routine, the minor activities later in the day. I think that is also important for employers to know. In order to tell us that you really have the love of your workers, you can also have a plan of activities that focus on those that are fasting. What do I mean? You talk about having a reduced working hour. This is very critical that you can do, and also considering locating those that are working in your workplace. It's also good when you put your workers indoor during the hottest time of the day. I think right here in Nigeria we have is around 12 to 1 to 2 where we have the sun is at its peak. So at that point in time, your workers can work indoors and prevent those that are fasting especially for working right under the sun. You don't want somebody to come and faint on your side because of one simple thing that you have put in place. Let us know this. It's very important for those that are fasting and for the good of the company at large. Having a kind of open door policy where workers will come in and complain about their health conditions is very important. And I forget to mention to us, before you fast, it is very important that you check your medical condition to be sure that you are eligible to fast. Some people are not eligible to fasting, and when they fast, even on normal fasting, when they don't even have to do critical work activities, it is very dangerous. Not to talk about when they now have underlying health conditions that they are not aware of. So it's very important for employers to also, in one way or the other, if they have an hospital or a clinic, a site clinic, for example, on construction, to encourage their workers to go and check if they have the capability to fast. It is very important. Warning signs are also very important. Warning signs are important. During the month of Ramadan, you can put some warning signs around your work area to create the awareness of fatigue and dehydration. Let workers understand that when they are dehydrated, these are the symptoms and they need to seek medical attention immediately. Those signages also give a kind of commitment from the side of the employer. Create signages around your work site or work location. Talk about the benefit of reporting whenever they feel dehydrated or they feel not comfortable based on the critical work activity they are going through. Well, even though no matter how tempting the food is, it can affect someone that is fasting, especially someone that is grown up. But it's very important for an employer to show that yes, they also recognize the presence of Muslim fasting, to create a separate welfare facility. What do I mean? Someone that is eating amala and egusi, or ewedu or inyo, pounded yam and egusi, that is bringing some sense, and you are putting us in the same cabin or in the same room where we exchange our clothes, and the person is eating in front of me. I can't go out because of that person. If it's possible for the employer to create a separate welfare facility, a welfare cabin for them to go and eat, or they go and eat in, if there's a dining room or whatever, but they should avoid eating in my presence. It's not good now. It's not good. Supervision. The importance of supervision cannot be overemphasized. There is responsibility of every employer to properly supervise their workers. You are supervising so that not only about the job, but to understand that your worker is actually still doing what it's supposed to do with the same energy that it still has, and it can actually carry out the job. Supervision. You need to supervise your workers to be sure that they are in good health condition while the work is taking place in the workplace. I mean, how will you put somebody in a separate isolated area, in a lone working area, for him to be carrying out a particular job, and when he's fasting? What if the person faints? Who is going to attend to him? So during the fasting period, even on normal day, normal working activity, low working is prohibited. Now, during fasting period, low working is a no-no. Employers should avoid workers from low working, especially when they are fasting. I hope you get that. Things they happen. Even after all these things that we've said, something can still go wrong. But is there an emergency preparedness? Do we have that emergency preparedness? First aid facilities need to be available in case of emergency situations where someone faints after fasting. Fasting is compulsory if you are healthy, if you are in good condition, but things still go wrong. Someone can just feel dizzy. There can be sudden release of toxic substances on site, and because someone is fasting, is a weaker vessel, sorry to say in quotes, then faints on site. Where is that emergency preparedness service available on your site? So all these things are the things that employers need to put in place to not only to ensure that it's proving to the workers that he cares about the workers during Ramadan at the same way he cares about every other person, but also to ensure that the safety culture is built not only generally but at specific states or at specific period of time. I hope you all enjoy this discussion. Tell your employer to ensure safety at all times. So that's all we have for you on today's episode of Statement Tutorial. It's not too difficult. Click on subscribe. If you are watching it on through WhatsApp, just go to the YouTube, just click subscribe. I beg. I think I'm having 295, 296 subscribers. I think we can do better. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all my social media handles, and let's continue to enlighten ourselves about health and safety. Do have a lovely day ahead. Thank you. God bless.